This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, September 22nd. I'm Tori here in orange.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I like it. We need to wake up a little bit.
Stoplight orange. Stephanie joins us from home. Stephanie is in green light go.
Yes.
Nice. How you doing, Steph?
To me, it looks like you're wearing red, so I was about to give you a rendition of Lady in Red song. You look gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
It.
Al does a very sultry Lady in Red.
Lady in Red.
Oh, yes.
I didn't think you were going to do it just then.
Lovely.
Thank you.
I don't know the next line, otherwise I would have kept going.
All right, let's get straight into the news. Ellen has taken some heat over her apology on her season 18 premiere. Several current and former employees told BuzzFeed News the talk show host came across as, quote, disingenuous, half-hearted, and tone-deaf, especially since many of the allegations dealt with sexual harassment, racism, and misconduct. Ellen addressed the allegations, but she also really poked fun a lot and how she's become known as the Be Kind lady, and it just didn't work. Take a look.
Being known as the Be Kind lady is a tricky position to be in. So let me give you some advice out there. If anybody's thinking of changing their title or giving yourself a nickname, do not go with the Be Kind lady. Don't do it.
Why was that funny?
Yeah. Let me just say quickly, and then I'm going to get to your points, is she's digging herself deeper to me. Really, this was such a read the room wrong kind of monologue. Al?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, well said. Honestly.
Okay, lady.
You know, we're laughing, but this is very serious, and I cannot believe that. You know, Ellen was even given the opportunity to speak on national TV, because we've seen people accused of what I consider to be a lot less that just were immediately canceled, taken, deplatformed for something that they said that they admitted, but really didn't get a chance to say why or try and put it in context. Ellen has a great body of work, and she, you know what she does have? She has a fan base. And this is what I'm always saying, Steph, about people going on and on about cancel culture. It doesn't exist, because as long as your fan base rides with you, you can never be canceled. And there are people where Ellen has been in their living room for 18 years. She'll be in there for another 18 because they don't want to face what it appears like she is. So she will continue.
But a lot of people tweeted me, Steph, a lot of people saying how they've changed their thought process of who they thought Ellen was. And I don't think this apology helped. I think it way hurt her. What do you think?
Oh, no, I agree. I mean, it kind of confuses me to say that there is a room full of producers there. And let's be honest, we are very blessed in the fact that we have the most incredible team that find our stories, that help educate us and think of routes in which we can go down and carve our lanes on the show and everything like that. And I feel like Ellen has got that room also, probably even more help than we do on our show. And yet still they've got it so wrong. I mean, how can she be this tone deaf? I mean, I've worked in television literally my whole life, since I left university or college, as you guys would say. And literally, from the moment I worked in television, I heard about Ellen's behaviour, the comments that were made, multiple people from, you know, runners, producers, like the whole shebang, saying that like it was a miserable and toxic work environment. And then she comes out saying, oh, I've had quite an all right summer actually, and it's been okay. Really? Have you? Half of America think you're awful right now. Yeah. So, oh, how nice you can go back to your multi-million-dollar mansion and go on as if nothing ever happened, whilst giving a half-hearted apology, which actually says very little about anything. Oh, you know, I'm known as the nice lady. It's hard to be the nice lady. Oh, whoa, how hard it is to be you, Ellen. How difficult.
Yeah, wait
please.
And to be honest, if you didn't read the room on that one well, I kind of can imagine her not reading the room on a lot of her producers and people coming to her with problems, because she clearly didn't pick up on people's anger. I mean, sexual harassment and racism, misconduct, those are some serious allegations, and I don't think she gave it a serious enough take. Also, it's not that hard to be kind. I don't think it is. Anywho, moving on to this story, which is everywhere. Kobe Bryant's widow, Vanessa Bryant, is speaking out about an apparent rift with her mother. Vanessa's mom, Sophia Lane, recently spoke to Univision, claiming her daughter kicked her out of her house and made her return a car she used. Now, in a statement, Vanessa called the accusations, quote, beyond hurtful. She said that her mother emptied her apartment and hid her jewelry to make it look like she was evicted. Vanessa added that she and her late husband supported her mom for years, but that her mom has not been supportive toward her since Kobe and her daughter Gianna passed away in January. Oh, for this woman, I feel so much for what's going on. Al, what do you make of this?
I mean, when it rains, it pours, huh? I mean, you know, but people, you know, what do they say about tragedy? It doesn't create your character, it reveals it. And it seems like this would be a pretty easy situation for a mom to step up and uplift a daughter who has just had a building fall on her life. And instead, she's talking to news outlets, appears to be staging photos allegedly.
Do you believe Vanessa more than you believe her mom?
Vanessa has never done anything to impugn her credibility. So I'm going to go with her until that changes. I don't know her mother, and I'm not attacking her character, but it just seems very strange that a daughter dealing with the tragedy of this proportion would then all of a sudden out of nowhere just say, let me make up a lie about my mom. I just find that what does Judge Judy say? If something doesn't make sense, it's not true.
You watch Judge Judy?
I was a big fan.
My grandpa was too.
Wow.
Stephanie, who do you trust, Vanessa or the mother in this?
Absolutely. With every ounce of any goodness and God's goodness on this green earth, absolutely Vanessa.
Wow.
Like, what is her mother thinking? And to be honest, it says a lot more about her mother than it does about Vanessa. So Sophia is the one that's gone to the media and said all of this. Why on earth would she put her daughter, who's lost her child and the love of her life, literally months ago, in this position? How dare she?
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely outrageous. I think it shows a clear lack of disconnect between reality and what's going on and the troubles that her daughter's having. And to go and say those things while her daughter is going through such heartbreak and loss, I cannot even imagine. I don't understand why she's doing this. She sounds as though she's very, very insecure, or she wants money and funds. It doesn't look good on her whatsoever, and I really feel for Vanessa in this situation. It's absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, the way, even reading the fact that it said her mother wasn't supportive when she lost Gianna and Kobe, I was like, that's when a mom's supposed to be the most supportive. So our love goes out to the Bryant family and Vanessa, and I hope everything gets resolved soon.
This kind of reminded me of the Meghan Markle father situation.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Doesn't it smack of that a little bit?
And that sister in there,
right.
It just feels wrong, doesn't it? You know nothing, Jon Snow. Huh? Game of Thrones.
That wasn't bad.
That was pretty good. It was all right.
It was terrible.
Okay. Steph said it was terrible. Jon
Not
Snow
gonna lie.
may have been a fan favorite on Game of Thrones, but Kit Harrington has no plans to ever play a character like him ever again. So in an interview with The Telegraph, Kit says he is done playing that silent, heroic type like Jon Snow because the world doesn't need that kind of masculinity right now. Kit says characters like Jon Snow only reinforce the stereotype that men should not show their feelings. Is this kind of a little too much for you, Al, or does he have a point? Is he being a little too nuanced in this? Like, play a character.
I think it depends on the character and what the character's motivation is. Maybe a character that's unable to express their feelings is put there by the author of the screenplay to show that that's not the way to go through life, to go through the story. So sometimes a character like that is used as a mirror to show the viewer that this is not the way to use live your life. So I don't know if you should just have a blanket rule like that. I think you said earlier he's worried about being typecasted, and I would have two words for him: Ralph Macchio. Ralph Macchio couldn't have been more typecasted as the Karate Kid, and he went on to do My Cousin Vinny, which he was great in.
Name one more.
He was in the HBO's The Deuce, where he played a crooked cop.
Okay.
And now he's back to Cobra Kai. And so I just killed my point. But I'm saying that you can continue to do other things as long as you're good in them.
I don't know, Steph. You're a huge Game of Thrones fan. I think a lot of those characters don't want to be the typecast, and that's what he's saying. Am I wrong?
No, I completely agree with you, Tori. I think obviously he's been known as that character for years now, and he really was one of the, the big A-lister stars that have emerged from that show. And it's what's really made his career. He played the character phenomenally well. I fell in love with him. So did his girlfriend on set, who played his girlfriend, because they ended up getting married. He killed it. But I do understand what he's saying. I understand that, like, he's played that role, he's done it now, and then he wants to move on to other things and explore other things that also portray men in different ways. He said, in his opinion, that you know, our grandfathers and so on and so forth from the Second World War have always had to put on this front of being like the tough, fighting guy and like not really expressing their emotions and how they're really feeling. So he wants to portray characters that have more of that about them. But also, it's very easy for him to say when he was walking away with something like £1 million or dollars an episode. So regardless of whether or not he takes any of the roles, he can cherry pick. He's in a very lucky position to be like, I'll play this one this time.
That's true.
You know?
Maybe he does know something, Jon Snow.
Also, don't cash the checks and then complain about the character.
I agree with you on that. I don't like people that cash the check and then say, well, I'll never play this again. That's what gave you the money, Jon Snow. Stephanie, stick around. Was that better?
That was no, ask Stephanie. Oh no.
Coming up on DBL, celebrities may want you to register to vote if you haven't already. We'll show you how they're leading the charge on social media. And as we go to break, check out our empty studio. It's not because of my jokes. No, most of our coworkers are still at home because of the pandemic. We thank them every day. We'll be right back.
At Guild.com, get insider access.
Welcome back to DBL. Today is voter registration day.
Yay.
And some celebrities are getting on social media to spread the word. Jennifer Aniston posted a clip from Sunday's Emmy Awards writing, "Let's put out the dumpster fire that is 2020. Taylor Swift posted resources on her Instagram page and called voting in November's election more important than she could possibly say. And Gloria Steinem told Access Hollywood that Meghan Markle came back to the U.S. just so she could vote. The two were even calling voters directly. Take a look.
She came home to vote. And the first thing we did, and why she came to see me, was we sat at the dining room table here where I am right now and cold called voters.
Wow.
And said, hello, I'm Meg, and hello, I'm Gloria, and are you going to vote? Right.
Yeah.
And that was her initiative.
Can you imagine getting a call from like Meghan Markle or Gloria Steinem? Are you going to vote? So
No, can you imagine believing that she came home just to vote and not for a 29-room mansion? That also helps. That's a little incentive plan.
Hold on. Steph, can you rebut that? Do you think she moved here to vote, or are you going to go with what Al said?
Oh, come on. Did she move back to America to vote? Are you having a laugh? I'm sorry, that's a far-fetch, isn't it?
I'm sorry. Maybe it wasn't the mansion stuff. Maybe it was the $100 million Netflix deal.
I don't think Gloria had a leg to stand on there. I mean, it's a lovely spin on her story, and I'm sure they called all of, like, 5 or 6 people. I mean, what did they do? Go through the yellow pages?
Yeah.
Wow. This one. I mean, come on.
Thank
Give
you,
me
Steph.
a break.
Wow.
That's why you my girl. You know
Give
she
me
was.
a break.
Party of 2.
What do you think? She's picking up a landline phone and calling people?
I think she did.
Exactly. Come on.
I think she rotaried her way in. I do also want to know, do you guys all at home have a voting plan? That's important to think about. Not just like, oh, I'm going to vote, but where is the ballot box? At what time? Am I going to go early? Make sure you have a plan so that you feel prepared, because it's important. Your life depends on it this time. What do you think?
Don't you have that with everything? Where is it and what time am I going to do it? Do you have a grocery store plan? Does anybody have a shower plan? It's a plan. It's the way that we get through life, Tori.
What I'm saying, what I'm trying to say, is to think through and to behoove yourself to at least route the map in your, okay. He just said, yeah, I can go.
You had no way to get out of that, and the booth bailed you out. Called the old parachute.
Pull it down. Coming up on DBL, the world's youngest water skier is going viral. Is this cute, or what I thought, which was like super, super dangerous? Plus, pottery artists are ready to throw down in an exciting new reality competition show. Oh, this is right up my alley. If you liked the Great British Bake Off, I loved it. You will love this.
Oh, my goodness.
Next.
Daily Blast Live wants to add sparkle to your life. We're giving away the official Daytime Emmy gift bag filled with luxury products worth more than $5,000. Here's how you can win. Send us a video telling us about your quarantine, how your life has changed, new hobbies, or plans you had to cancel, and what you look forward to the most once the pandemic is over. The winner will be announced Friday, September 25th, and become the owner of the official Daytime Emmy gift bag.
Welcome back to DBL. Florence St. George has not been in the spotlight since her brief stint dating Prince Harry years ago. The British model is finally returning to public life as a contestant on the Great Pottery Throwdown. She told me earlier it was not an easy decision to make. She was lovely, absolutely enjoyable. In today's DBL Spotlight. Florence St. George, thank you so much for talking to Daily Blast Live. Our American audience likely knows you best from your time dating Prince Harry. You were 25 years old. How anxiety-provoking was that?
Yes, that's such a what a nice angle to deliver that question because yeah, a bit,
Yeah,
a lot,
yeah,
a lot. So much so that when I applied to do the Great Pottery Throwdown, I thought to myself, why? This is not why I began pottery. Why am I putting myself back in front of the camera? So then I put myself back out there and had a magic time doing it, I have to say.
That's wonderful to hear. Talk to me about pottery. Okay, so you found pottery after being very open about a postnatal, or as we say in America, postpartum depression. I found cross-stitching for my anxiety was really, really helpful. It kept my hands busy. You know what I mean? So talk to me about why pottery spoke to you.
I was incredibly lucky because, as you know, I suffered postpartum depression.
Yeah.
And it came out of nowhere. I didn't understand. There I was with this beautiful baby, and I was so low and so lonely. People often don't understand there's this loneliness when you have a baby, certainly for me. And I was at a loss. I didn't know where to look, left, right. So suddenly I bought a bag of air drying clay. Very simple, anyone can do it. You don't need a kiln, you don't need a wheel, just a bag on Amazon or whatever. And I stuck my fingers into a little ball and I made a pinch pot. And that was 6-7 years ago.
Wow.
And now I'm here and it's magic.
Wow. It's when someone's been through that, and on our show we're very open with this. People know I've been through depression. People know Sam, our co-host, had postpartum depression. Jeff's wife, Jordan, had postpartum depression. You need something to get you out of the hole. So when I do think of pottery and my needlework and all of that, I think of sort of relaxing, creative. It's not this like fierce competition show. So tell our American audience why they need to watch the Great Pottery Throwdown. Talk to me.
So the Great Pottery Throwdown is a magical show because it's gentle. And right now, we're not needing aggressive, angry TV. We want something to be able to just chill, relax, and feel inspired.
It's like the Great British Bake Off. It's just like that sense of just calm when you watch the show.
Yes.
Which is
made by the same gang.
Well,
so yeah.
I'm in. I'm also obsessed with you, so that's great. Florence St. George, thank you for chatting with us. Thanks for being open. And I just have to say, I know it's scary, but for all the moms out there, I'm thankful that you see someone succeed and get out of the hole, because it is possible. And if you are struggling, please find someone that's really part of the journey, don't you think?
Absolutely. Equally, if anyone wants to get in contact with me and work out how to start their craft, how to build, how to make pottery, please don't hesitate to contact me on my Instagram account. It's the best way to ask questions about pottery.
Wow. And I love your pottery. It's so cool. Like, you make great stuff. It's very rad stuff.
Thank you. It's total pleasure, and I can't recommend it enough to everyone.
Amazing. Have you seen the movie Ghost, where they do the pot? Okay.
I have. I do occasionally think that Patrick Swayze is behind me, just kind of doing things.
I think about it. Patrick Swayze is behind me every day. Trust me. Thank you so much.
I think we all need a bit of Patrick Swayze.
We all need some Swayze. Thank you so much for chatting with us. And to see her in action, please check out the Great Pottery Throwdown, streaming on HBO Max. I know I will be. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. A 6-month-old baby has broken a record to become the youngest water skier in the world. Here we go. Check out this little guy. This viral video shows Rich Casey Humphreys water skiing on a lake in Utah with his dad nearby. Okay. Well, some people on social media applauded the baby. Others criticized his parents for putting him at risk and posting the video for likes. So I've asked my co-host to come up with one word that they think of when they see this video. Stephanie, what's your word?
Clueless. Like, that baby has no clue what's going on. He doesn't know it's broken a record. It's just trying not to go to the bathroom and potty in the water.
What's your word?
Please.
Nah.
Nah. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place.